Good evening. Thank you for joining me tonight on the Tammy Talk. We're so glad that you're coming in. We have an exciting show on tonight. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. I want you to have your ears open and just willing to hear what this young man has to share with us on tonight. We're gonna line it up so he can come in a minute, but I'm gonna give a chance for the people, for the viewers to come on and hear the conversation that we're going to be talking about tonight. Again, I say welcome to the Tammy Talk. I have a special guest that will be joining us tonight. His name is Bernard Resp. He's a young man He's a young man that I've known most of his childhood, and I've seen him grow and mature into a beautiful young man. But he has a story that he would like to share with us on tonight. We know that this is the Father's Day week, and this Sunday will be Father's Day. And I want to dedicate this show and my Sunday show to all the good fathers and all the great fathers that are out there. You know, so many times we always shine the light down on the mothers, but there are good fathers that are out there that love their children, want to be a part of their lives, and some circumstances may come along and, you know, block that progress that the fathers are trying to do to have those relationships with their kids. So on tonight, I want to just have him on to share with you and talk about some of the things that he has gone through and the process of setting things up in his life to get his life where it is today and being a father. A lot of times fathers don't get to even enjoy the children like they would love to, especially if you're not married, or how people will view you when you're just a single father. But I want to share a story tonight with you all, and I hope you all enjoy the show. I'm waiting till more people come on. I'm just going to wait till some more people come in and chime in and listen to what we have to talk about on tonight. I'm waiting to see when he come in too. He's in Detroit, so I'm waiting for him to chime in, to come in on the set too, so we can talk. I'm going to give you all a few minutes to just line up and come on. Yes. Give y'all a few minutes. I'm so glad to see so many people are joining in and coming on to listen to what we're talking about. I need for Bernard to go ahead and just hit it in and come on in. Yes, we're waiting. I see more people coming on. It's a good conversation that we're going to have tonight. I see Sister Sharita. I see Mom Crawford coming on. Just going to wait a few more minutes. Seems like I can't get it on right now, so I just need you all to wait a few minutes with me. Just wait a few minutes. More coming on. Okay, I see it's getting ready to come on. I want to say hello to everybody that's looking and waiting to hear the conversation. Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
good. How are you guys?
I'm good. So good to see you.
It's good to see
So
you.
good to see you here. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm daddy duty, running around right now, almost home.
Okay. But we're gonna talk while you're doing daddy duty.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sure you're excited about the conversation on tonight. I know I am. And my listening audience are very excited to have you with us tonight. We're just so excited. I'm waiting to see some more people are coming on. And let me see who all we have here. Yes, I see Sister Gloria. She's on. All right, all right. So we're going to begin the conversation. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, um, when you first learned that you was going to be a father, what was the first thoughts that was going through your mind, and how was you feeling at the time?
When I first found out about my son, I was initially scared because at
Mm-hmm.
that time I didn't have the finances, I didn't have the resources really to take care of myself, let alone my son. But
Mm-hmm.
the joy came because I never had my father. So I made it a point when I was young, probably younger than him, like when I have kids, I'm going to be in their life no matter what. Like
Yeah.
I don't care whatever happens. So I was excited, I was sad, I was just in between, and he finally came, and everything that was hindering me really went away
Mm-hmm.
because now it was like now he's here. So
Yeah.
I gotta do what I gotta do, as a man in
Yeah.
order to make sure that he and make sure that I'm good. So I was scared, but
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely excited at the same time.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what was some of the changes um you begin to go through upon your child coming into this world? What were some of the changes that your baby's mother was putting you through? If you would like to share that with us on tonight to encourage some of these young men that are out there that having difficulty.
You said the changes.
Yes, some of the changes. Because I'm
Um,
sure as the baby, hmm go ahead.
I'm sorry. You said the changes.
Yes, what are some of the changes you was going through after your son entered into the world? What were some of the things
Okay.
that you was going through?
Okay. So it was no longer about Bernard Cornelius Respers Jr. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that was out of the window. Uh, a lot of people don't know, but my son was actually hidden from me for a whole entire year. Um, I
Wow.
went on houses, I went on doors. I did the non-Christian way. Then my mom had to
Yeah.
bring me back to the Christian way because I had made that promise that I wanted to be in my kid's life. And when someone
Right.
tries to deliberately take that away from you and they know that that is your trigger, they kind of
Yes.
feel like they have you wrapped around your finger. So as far as for me, when I finally got him, everything changed. The partying stopped,
Uh-huh.
the going out playing basketball stopped, the everything had to stop because I had my son now. So um everyday life was just different, and it's actually better because I knew then that I had somebody to look forward to look forward to teaching them and stuff that I didn't get. So
Yeah.
it was definitely different for sure.
Right. Right. Was it easy for you to get your son in your life? Was it a process you had to go through? Were there any ups and downs, ins and outs? What happened through that
Um, so it was not an easy process at all. Um,
process? Mm-hmm.
I had to fight for my son. I took his mother to court um,
Mm-hmm.
for custody. Um, it
Mm-hmm.
was a 2-year battle of
Wow.
fighting, and it was to the point to where she knew. A lot of people in those situations know what's really going on. She was
Right.
playing on that situation because she knew I love my kids, or I love my kids.
Right.
So we had to go back to court, and it would be the judge would tell her some things, you know,
Mhm.
say the same thing
Mhm.
over again. So I'm looking like, why are we? But it was a constant battle. But praise be to God.
Mhm.
One day she just came up and she just couldn't take it no more because one
Uh,
thing as a father, you gotta be on your P's and Q's, especially when it comes to the court system. Especially when it comes
mhm.
to
To the people that are listening right now, the process that you went through. I know there was some other things maybe you don't even want to share with the audience that you found out, even learning what your child, the position that your child was in, even before you even got your child into the to your home and under your roof.
right.
Uh,
I could
Share that
definitely
with maybe some young men going through that right now.
right. No, I could definitely explain. So basically, when I was saying that my son was taken away from me for a whole year, um,
Mm-hmm.
his mother and her cousin uh,
Mm-hmm.
were basically so basically when my son was being born, his
Mm-hmm.
mother used his cousin's name,
Mm.
and I didn't even know you could do that until I actually went to the hospital because I called four hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
I called four hospitals to
Wow.
even find him. And when I finally got a hold of the one hospital, it was underneath her cousin's name. So I'm looking like
Mm-hmm.
I know who that is, but I don't know who this other person is. So I got down there and it was her. And
Wow.
like, how can you do this stuff? Ain't nobody catch on.
Right.
You know?
Oh
So
God.
yeah, it was and honestly, the first night that he was ever even born, uh, I
Mm-hmm.
finally found her. When I found her,
Mm-hmm.
went, said hello to my son, spent all night with him. The next day I
Yeah.
had questions. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, when that kind of situation is how it was, she didn't want to hear it. So she called security and
Wow.
tried to get me to get out and all of that stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm trying to be a father to my son. Why are you trying to take my son away from me? And I didn't hear from him
Right.
for a whole year after that.
Wow. Wow. And I can imagine how you was feeling at the time because here it is, you're a father now
Right.
and you have a part of shaping him into being it went off, and being the young man that you want him to be. So, and being a vibrant part in his life. So you felt like, okay, what didn't happen? What has come up? Could you bear with me a few minutes, my audience? I think it just went out with my guest on today. We're gonna see if I can get him back in. Come on, technology, work with us on today.
All right. Okay.
Oh, there you is.
uh,
Hi.
all right.
Well,
Yeah, this internet.
yes, like I was saying, I know it was hard on you because you wanted to be a part of his
Right.
life, and you wanted to be a vibrant part in his life, and not to say that what part your father played in your life, but you wanted to be a vibrant
Right.
part and an essential part in your child's life. So here it is. You wanted to see this child. You went a whole year without seeing him. I can't imagine how your heart was feeling, how broken you was feeling, and you had questions saying,
Yep.
why? What have I done? What's going on here? This is my son. This is my child. I want to be a part of his life. There's so many fathers out there, they feel in the same way that you felt then, now that are listening, saying, I want to be a part of my child's life. And I don't want to be cut off. And a lot of times, us ladies, I'm going to be honest, because I'm one, I know how we think. We think, well, if I don't let him see the children or see my child, it'll hurt him. Yes, you are hurting him. And in the long run, you could be hurting your child.
Right.
But we'll dangle our children
Right.
and the face of a man saying, "Oh, it's yours, but you're not gonna get her."
Right.
But you was persistent.
Yes.
You said, "I'm not giving up. I'm gonna be in my son's life." And just some of the things you just said in the beginning of the conversation, it just made my heart just open up so wide for men and young men that want to be in their children's
Mm-hmm.
life. Because a lot of homes don't have the fathers in
Right.
there. But you was persistent, and I take my hat. I know I don't have a hat on, but I take my hat off to you
Thank you.
because you said I'm gonna be in my son's
Yeah.
life. I'm not giving up. So, um, just could you share with us a little bit more on the things that you, the steps you went through, even through the courts, to get your son in your life
Sure.
and say, I am not just going to be a part-time
Right.
father. I'm going to be this man in my son's life because I'm a man and I want to make sure that my son knows how a man's supposed to
Right.
be, how a man's supposed to act, and how a man's supposed to respect
Yes.
women. I want to be the image of the man in my son's life, not another man coming in as a part-time
Right.
father, but I want to be a full-time father.
Right.
Could you share that with us?
Well, I know at the end of that year I had enough. Like, and I know a
Mhm.
lot of fellas out there, you give up because it's like, what can I do? Like, I've done
Mhm.
everything, I've been nice. But one thing that my grandfather told me, and this is a story that my mom don't even know, right before he passed away, he just sat me down and
Mhm.
asked me, he was like, ain't you gonna go get him? And I ain't thinking about it
Mhm.
like, I'm like, granddad, I done did all this other stuff that I don't want to tell you about to try to find him. But you're right, I can't
Yeah.
give up. So as soon as that happened, I went down to the front of the court and I tried to put my own
Mhm.
self on child support. Fellas, you can do
Yeah.
it. Trust me, you can do it because, I figured if I could at least get in the system, then they could find them.
Mhm.
She gonna pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Right.
thank God by me doing that, um,
Mhm.
basically they called her and she got scared. Come to find out,
Wow.
my son wasn't even living with her the whole entire time. He was living with the cousin.
Wow. Mm.
And that made me so mad because not only did you deny me my son, you neglecting your
Mhm.
son that's been in your womb for 9 months. Like we've had text message, like I had to do, and that's another thing. Do your research, make sure you stay on top of them because I was on her Facebook page, on her family Facebook page, just so I could try to find where they was. And she
Yeah.
denied them, all different types of stuff. And I just couldn't. How
Wow.
could you deny your son and you know that
Right.
he, been in? So I went down there. That process happened, and then I talked to my mom. I was like, I think I should take her to court. That way,
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, oh, he need to come back over here, and I'm gonna call the police. No, 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 no. I got paperwork to make sure
Yeah.
that you don't even attempt to try to even do anything like that. And
Right.
like I said, it was a 2-year battle. I mean, at first I didn't have a lawyer, but I
Mhm.
really felt if I had somebody else's voice and somebody else at least listen to the story, that maybe
Yes.
it could be different. Because as a lot of fathers know, when you go to these court systems, they already looking at the father a different type of way because it's like, why are you here? Why are you not taking care of your
Yeah.
business? And it's like, whoa, I'm here because of her. I'm not here because of my own doing. I wanted, and you know, the
Yes.
judge, she really did not like me. I had to tell the judge,
Wow.
I'm the plaintiff, ma'am. I'm suing, or I'm going for custody. I'm fighting against her.
Right.
Not this is not no other way around. So, but
Right.
like I said, to grace be to God, through that process,
Mm-hmm.
even the judge starts seeing, oh, you a liar. Oh, well, how could you have your son with your cousin name and then not have your son? Wait a minute. Whoa. So,
Oh.
a lot of times God will fight your battles without you even knowing, because I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of told on herself in court. And it
Yeah.
was like, boom. I was in my head like, go ahead, God, do your thing, God, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You know?
Yes.
You know?
Wow. But I know even during that process when you was going to court and you would hear how the judge was talking, and so many times when you get in court, the judge automatically think that the man is messing up. The man is not doing the right thing. I was reading something a few minutes ago. I was looking up on the Georgia law and how the Georgia law said they're going to stand beside the mother
Mm-hmm.
when you come into the
Yep.
courts. So most of the time, the court system stand on the mother's side against the
Yep.
father. But you was a persistent father that said, I don't care if you are trying to be against
Yep.
me. I'm here to do the right
Yep.
thing. I'm here to be in my
Yes,
child's life.
ma'am.
But like you said, also, a lot of young men give
Yes,
up.
ma'am.
They give up on going to court and they have to pay fees after fees, constantly going and trying to get things done to get everything to turn around in their favor, even just to get visitation
Right.
rights. Because most of the time they won't even give them visitation right because the young lady be done made up her
Yep.
story, like you said, even with the story with your baby's mother, how she had a bigger story
Yep.
going, had on paper
Mm-hmm.
fabrication. But most young ladies, they'll even run a trail of trying to think up things that the man had done to them, or didn't treat them right, or abused them, or what, any kind of excuse they can
Mm-hmm.
come up with to try to hold that man's
Yep.
heart in a
Yep.
terror, or breaking his heart and tearing it to pieces just because you're not in my life
Right.
anymore. So my child is not going to be in your life. And that's not the right way to do it. If you love that child, you're going to put that child feelings
Right.
first. You're not going to think about today. You're going to be looking into the future as to saying, how's my child going to turn
Right.
out without his father in his life? Here's a man that want to be in his son's life, want to be around his son. So I would like for you to just tell us about right now, what is life like with your son in your
It's
life?
good.
I have seen you. I just like, I'm just like, wow, I love
Yeah.
it. It's just beautiful.
Well, it's good. And I thank God for sparing me because a lot of, like I said, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
dudes give up, but a lot of dudes go the other way. Like, oh, I don't care no
Mm-hmm.
more. And
Right.
I didn't have my dad, so I had to make sure that I was persistent. So now he good. He's gonna turn 8 tomorrow. I got my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and one funny thing, and I don't know if my uncle watching, but I got her to pay child support. Now in Detroit, that's like an unknown because they was like, "You got to do what?" Like, "Oh yeah, she's paying child support because she didn't see her son for 4 years, and then tried to act
Wow.
like, oh, I want to come around, on the 5th year, and was really persistent. And thank God." He's even been working through her. I don't want to keep bashing her because she has definitely made tremendous steps to being
All
a
right.
good
Good.
mother. And,
Good.
for me,
Good.
I done came a long way because at first I was like, no, she bad, she devil, all that. But God changes everybody. I can't just think that God only gonna change me. So it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I thank God for it.
I have somebody here that have a question for
Okay.
you. He said, "What if Dominic Relaford saying, what if the woman tells you the child don't want to come see you?"
That's it's a form. Okay, so what I found out is different forms of manipulation. Different forms.
Mm-hmm.
The one
Mm-hmm.
top form that happens between fathers and mothers is, oh well, the baby don't want to see you anyways. That's a bold-faced lie. I don't care what kid it
Right.
is, they gonna want to see their daddy. If their daddy is bad,
Right.
if their daddy is a good dad, they gonna want to see their kid. So that's where and you know he has to. Okay, I know what you trying to do. Let me just focus on
Mm-hmm.
my kid. Okay, well, can I talk to her
Yes.
or can I talk to him? Okay, well, don't if she don't want to see me. Okay, well then let her hear my voice because that's what I used to do.
Right.
You know, like well, let them hear me.
Yeah.
You know, well, what's
Right.
going on? You know, and a lot of like I said, a lot of people give up. So in his instance, don't
Mm-hmm.
don't don't let that shake me. Okay, that's cool. She don't want to see me. I bet you she want to hear me. I bet you if I write her a letter, she'll read that boy every day. So yeah,
Yes. Be persistent.
gotta be persistent.
Be persistent.
Gotta
Yes.
be.
Okay, that was a good one because a lot of times they will tell you that, oh, she don't want to see you and all of that. But I have seen it firsthand with one of my sisters. She had divorced her husband, but she never did rob him of seeing his
Right.
kids. She made sure that he saw them every weekend. Anytime he wanted them, they was there because she said that I do not want to take my children away from their father and then they grow up hating me because I didn't let them get a relationship with their father. So I'm gonna let them spend that time with. I'm gonna let them spend that time with their grandmother on the other
Right.
side. I'm gonna let them spend the time with the aunts and the uncles and everybody on that side to get to know
Right.
them because it's not fair to a child that they just know
Right.
me and don't know them. So she did allow that because most of the time the man is doing the best that he can with what he got.
Right.
And then, but women always use the children as a
Right.
weapon. So I'm so glad that we talked to you today to inform the men not to give
Don't give
up,
up.
to keep on trying. Just be in that child's life. I like what you said when the question came about this. The young man said that what if the mother tell you that the child don't want to see you? Will call him and say, "Do you let me hear? Just let her hear
Yeah.
my voice. Then you don't have to come
Yeah.
see me. Let me write a letter. Now they don't have to come. Be persistent because you want to be in that child's life, and that child wants
Oh
you
yeah.
in their
Oh yeah.
life. It doesn't matter what the other parents say or what the mother says. That child want to see you because they know, whether we know it or not. I'm just going to throw a little bit of spiritual in it. They know where they came from first.
Right.
They know where to see first. And then too, the first words out of most kids' mouth is daddy.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Daddy.
Yes, ma'am.
And when the child come out looking like the daddy, oh
Yeah.
man, you that child sure done messed up now. You done messed
Yeah.
came out looking like it. Now I got to look at him every
Yep.
day. But let the children have that time with their fathers. That's why so much going on in our world
Yep.
today.
Yep.
Because most mothers have mothered their children so much and not let the father be the
Right.
father. But let the fathers be in their lives. I take my hat off to you for the fight that you gave and how you was determined you was gonna get your
Yes,
son
ma'am.
and have that time with your son. Is there something else you want to share with us
I
concerning
just
you
want
and your son,
I just want to tell
father?
everybody, if you are going through something, keep God first. I would have never got through any of this stuff without God. That's for sure. And
Mm-hmm.
if anybody know me from my past to now, they know how I'm big on God, and they also know how
Mm-hmm.
and men we have a problem to where we always try to take care of everything ourselves. You cannot do that when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to cases like this. because it's a
Right.
plethora of things that you have to go through. But as long as you keep God first and you do what you got to do
Mm-hmm.
and you stay persistent, stay in your kid's face. Even if it's an Instagram, you got an Instagram, you got TikTok. All right, I'm finna TikTok do. You got to stay in their face because they want you
Right.
to be in their face. So I encourage everybody to keep God first and stay persistent. Don't let nobody no one tell you you can't see your kid because you can. It's a whole lot of ways that you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. And keep that determination. I like that you said be persistent. I know there's a lot of fathers that are listening right now, Bernard, and that's going through what you've gone through, going long run, they're still not being able to spend time with their children, their child. But I thank you for coming on to share, encouraging them that by being persistent and encouraging them about doing. I think we got some more questions about hanging in there
Okay.
and do what you got to do. Like you said, do the
Do
TikTok.
everything.
You said do
Yeah.
time. There's always ways to see your
Yeah.
child and let that child know that you are
Yeah.
present. You want to be present in their life. Where the question at? I'm trying to look for. It was another question on here for you. Hmm. Okay. What are some of the things that you do with your kids, because you got a daughter, as a dad that they love doing with you?
Right. Everything. I try to be the wacky the whack. I try to be the dad that I never had. There we go. I try to be
Uh,
the dad that I never had, and I love both of them. They both sitting right here, but I love both of them to life. So I try to. We do slime. We do different activities. We play pillow fights. My daughter got 8 babies. I'm trying to kick one out right now. So my son, we play video games. I just try to whatever they want to do. I try to do. Like right now, I'm on fumes. I work 11 to 7 a.m.
you very.
Had to go get my son. Then my
Hmm.
my soon to be wife, her birthday is gonna be June 21st, so they had to get together today, and I dare not miss that, or I'm gonna be in real big trouble. So yeah, I just thank God.
Wow.
I do.
Hmm. So you always present in their
Oh yeah.
life, and you sit down doing homework
Yep.
together and all that good stuff, cooking
Yep.
dinner,
Pizza.
all that good stuff. I just love a dad like that. Yes, just
Thank you.
in your children's
Yes,
life.
ma'am.
Yes, I think I have another question here.
Okay.
I'm trying to see where it is. I hear you saying. Let me see. Oh, okay. I have another question for you.
Okay.
Tell my audience how you felt when you got custody of your children, when you got custody of your daughter, your son, when you first got the custody papers in your hand. What did you do? How you felt?
I started running around that whole building like, thank you, thank you. And I'm going around showing people the papers, like, you see that? I got full custody, full custody.
Wow.
And my mama, she could attest, she was right there. That was a day of joy, cause 2
Yeah.
years of going back and forth, and you know, I've never seen people not listen to common sense in a courtroom until I got to that. I was
Yeah.
like, I was baffled. I'm like, she left him. What is going on? But all
Yeah.
that was out the window. I got them papers. I'm telling you, Miss Story, I don't shout, but I did a little two-step, two-step on,
All right now.
right? So it was definitely a
Yeah.
good thing for sure. For sure, for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah. I can imagine how you felt. All of that you was going through all that time, and then as soon as you got those papers in your hand, You said, "Man, the fight is over." And what really got me, what you just said just then, that you did not know that in a courtroom there could be so many people in there not making sense, not listening to common sense. You know, just trying to make it like no, but the child's supposed to be with the mother, and maybe they made a
Right.
mistake and they learned from their mistake and all of that. No, no, you weren't trying to hear no mistakes. All you was trying to hear, I want my
Right.
son taken care
Right.
of. I want him raised right for the rest of his life. I want him to look back and say, wow, I had a good life. I had a good father in my life. And I just take my hat off. I'm going to say it again to you because you didn't give up the
Yes,
fight.
ma'am.
And a lot of people do. A lot of young men give up. They want to be present in their children's life, but because of how the other person feel, they always have to be absent or try to fit in, and then look like they're not really trying to be in their children's life. They'll call, set up appointments, try to make deals with the
Yep.
mother, and the mother just take a no for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time, see, I'm gonna tell you the truth, because I'm a woman. Most of the time, we be mad because y'all ain't in our life no more. Y'all turned, went another
Right.
way or fell in love with somebody else, and we get mad and we want to dangle the child in your face. Well, you ain't going to see him. My child ain't going around
Right.
her and all this kind of stuff. In the long run, you're hurting that child. When that child get older and look at you and say, "Mom, why Daddy wasn't in my life?" Then you try to make up some
Yeah.
gigantic story. Oh, they didn't want to be this and that and the other. Then when you want to hear your dad's side, the mother that told you so much stuff, it's hard to believe. But why would you want to put somebody you love in the middle of something like that, a tangle web that you're weaving? Because don't you know that when you, as I used to always hear my mother-in-law say, "Oh, what a tangle web you weave when you practice to deceive."
Mm-hmm.
Because in the long run, that web gonna get cut down, and then you're gonna end up with whatever was in that
Yep.
web. So I just take my hat off to you, Bernard. I'm just in awe of you being a young man, because young people want to live carefree and have their life and eventually get married. And most men want to have a certain age that they want to get married. So when they get children, now I'm telling you, there's some out there that are not good fathers.
Right.
They'll leave a child here, leave a child there, leave another one there, leave one over there, and all of a sudden they got little chickens everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't even go and see them.
Right.
But I take my hat off to you being a young man saying, I'm going to be in my child's life.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just tell any young men that are listening right now, don't give up the fight. Don't give up the fight. Father's Day, I feel like it's the only time of the year, the day that is set aside, that they don't get enough appreciation.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like fathers get enough appreciation. Mother's Day, it's just like it's just blown up. Oh, just mother this and mother that,
Right.
and they others. But Father's Day is underappreciated.
Yeah.
I feel like fathers are underappreciated. But when we start recognizing what the men in our life or the men in our children's life, how important they are, then the world will see
Right.
who they are
Right.
and applaud who they are, and not when they go into the courtroom and say they're guilty or they're
Right.
wrong already, even before you get there. Don't even know the whole story, but you coming in here, you think you're gonna get it, but I'm not gonna give it to you. The mind is already made
Right.
up. But then when you tell them your story, you trust God to believe that God gonna turn it around for you. It can work in your favor. God can turn that heart right
Yep.
around where everything can work in your favor. I just take my hat off to you for just putting your foot out there and saying, I'm not going to stop until I get my child under my roof where I can sleep, wake up, take away need to go to his games, go to the movies. We just going to hang out and just be good. And I just thank you for being that type of father.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
And if it's anything you would like to share with the audience.
you. I just it's so many challenges because when you are young and you have kids, when you're
Mm-hmm.
young and you have kids, you don't know what to expect. But I
Mm-hmm.
just thank God that I did go through what I went through because it wouldn't have prepared me for my kids, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody out there, just stay persistent, stay in your child's life, any and each every way that you can, because it's so many ways that the devil really tries to, and that's another thing, especially with Black Lives Matter going
Uh-huh.
on. You know, Black
Mm-hmm.
fathers to me really don't get a lot of appreciation because we already are. To me, I call us a different species because, and especially the ones that want to be in their kids' life, because it's so easy for men to, especially black men, we already counted against anyways, as soon as we leave out the door.
Right.
So when you
Mm-hmm.
have your person that are having this child with, and they doing that to you, it's like, oh my God, what else, what else
Right.
can I do? But a lot of black
Right.
fathers need to just keep doing what they've been doing, and that's just being their kids' life. Don't give up. Don't, because I know I got a friend right now, and I hope he watching. He's going through the
Uh-huh.
same exact thing, Miss Stewart, the same exact thing that I'm going through. And I try to talk to
Wow.
him up and down, but he just, you know, it's like, well, I can't get
Hard.
a lawyer. I can't do this. It's like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
don't quit. Just keep going. So it's my thing is definitely with black fathers, with everything going on, with fathers in general, you know, we
Yes.
just really need to keep, because if, like how you said, by our actions, that's what make people naturally see us, like, oh, okay, you're a
Yeah.
good dad because you're actually there. Just continue to do
Yeah.
the fatherly actions that we're supposed to do, and the rest
Right.
will take care of itself. A lot of men get scared. Don't get scared. Well, like how you used to tell us, God is not of fear. So if
Right.
you are a God, what you scared of? So
Right.
yes,
Right.
ma'am.
So just keep. So you telling the young men just keep being persistent. Don't give up. Keep trying. Even like you said, like what's going on in the world today. So many things are happening to our young men and everything. And see, fathers after fathers are being cut off from their children's
Mm-hmm.
lives. And so if you are given an opportunity to be in your son and your daughter's life, be in there. Do what you can. Plant some seeds in them. Plant the truth in them. Be faithful. Show them what a good man look like. What a good man, how a good man's supposed to act, how a good man's supposed to carry
Right.
himself. So no matter what the world may think of you, it's be good. That GOOD, show them what GOOD
Right.
means, to be good, how it look, how it act. Even with daughters, fathers play a great role in daughters' lives. I could tell about my father; he played an awesome role in my life, and you
Awesome.
can't imagine how your daughter is looking at you right now. Your daughter probably feel like the sun rise and it's set on you. So the things that you do in her life right now is gonna play a part on her
Yep.
relationships, how she's
Yes,
supposed to
ma'am.
be treated, and
Yes,
all that
ma'am.
good stuff. A father plays a great role in a children's life. A mother do too. We know we do. We hold our own, but the father is. I just say it's the root of the family. I don't care what nobody say he is. And if a father is absent from the house,
Right.
it's, it's a great presence that's not
Right.
there. So I thank you for sharing your story
Yes,
tonight. I
ma'am.
really do. It was just so beautiful. And I just hope the audience enjoyed it. Even when you was talking about your friend, you hope that he just stay
Yep.
persistent so he can be in his child's life. I tell any young lady that is listening to us tonight, you have your children and your son, your daughter, whatever, whichever, however you got it, and the husband or the boyfriend is not in that child's life and want to be in that child's life, don't stop them from being there. They need their father just as much as you feel like they need you. Even if you don't like the father no more, at least let the child love the
Right.
father. It's not up to you how they feel about them. It's up to you to do your part and let them love you. Young women, don't hold your children as a weapon toward the man, because the man is a necessity to your life and to your child's life. I thank you tonight, Bernard, for sharing your story.
Yes, thank you.
It was beautiful. I hope the people that was listening enjoyed it. Like I said, we are giving out, this is Father's Day week, and my topic tonight was a father's love. And I tell you, that father's love right there went to back.
Yeah.
I'm going my
Yeah.
child. I don't care what it take, how it take, how many times I got to go to court. I'm going in there because I'm gonna fight for my child. And what greater love can one man or woman have when they have the love of their fathers in their life? I thank you for the fight that you did to get your son in your life. And I know, let me see it. Let the people see it. Just let them peek up and see us. Hello? Feel like it went out. It froze again. Oh, it froze again. I wanted him to let his son just step up and wave at us, wave to us. You hear me?
Yeah, my mom, she calling like, "Mom, wait."
Okay. I just wanted the audience just to see his beautiful face.
Oh,
See that he looks just like his
yeah.
father.
Both of them are twins.
Yeah, there he
The
is.
big
Hello,
boy.
young man. So,
You say hi.
so good to see you.
Come here, Ariana.
Where's your
You go to this the twin right here.
kid?
This the one.
Beautiful. How are you? Wow, good to see you.
And that's my fiance, Cecily.
Hi.
You
I'm good. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Wow.
Man, the whole
What's her
family.
name?
Cecily Joseph,
What's her name?
soon to be Respis.
Say it again.
Cecily Joseph, soon to be Respis.
Oh, Seth. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Send me the invitation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. It's so good to have you on tonight, Bernard, you and your beautiful children and your soon-to-be wife. I thank you all for joining in with us on the Tammy Talk Show. You just don't know how you touch my heart tonight to take out time for your busy schedule and to share with my audience the things and that what God has brought into your life and brought things together for you by being a persistent father. I hope that you have a blessed Father's Day and the best Father's Day ever. And I say to all the fathers out there, we love you and happy Father's Day. And may God bless you with many, many more. May your children go out and buy you flowers this time.
Yeah, we'll see.
Show you the yes. Get you the that you want. Not buying socks and ties, but get you a gift you want. Even if it's just money to show you how much they love you. Right. And I hope all the fathers out there have a blessed Father's Day. And I would like for you to join in with me, people. On Sunday, I will be sitting at the table with my brothers talking about fathers' duties and the things that God had blessed them to do as a father. Again, Bernard, I enjoyed you.
Can I get one shout out? Shout out to Mr. Anthony Stewart. That was my dad when I was in New York. I remember one time we went to Georgia. Yeah. He put his hands on me. I was scared ever since. But ever since then, he always treated me like one of the stewards. So I definitely applaud him because Father's Day is what it's about, and I Mr. Stewart. No, I love him. He taught me everything basically. So I just gotta shout him out because without him, I'd probably be some knucklehead.
We love you.
I love you. I needed it.
And we thank you for tuning in with us. We thank you all for the guests coming on and listen to your story. And I hope that something touched their hearts on today and to make them get on out there and fight for their children. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Love y'all
Have
too.
a blessed evening.
You too. See y'all later.
See ya.